What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Happy New Year's to everybody. So for my very first video of this new year, I wanted to share with you guys a list that I have of the games that I am most looking forward to, most excited to play for 2025. We're going to be getting a lot of games this year. This year could actually be a pretty good year for gaming as a whole, with the amount of games that we get, the amount of big games that we get, especially the one extremely big game that we're going to be getting more on that later. But I feel like this year is definitely going to be a good year for gaming. So in this video, I want to do my top 5 most anticipated games for 2025. Also, what I want you guys to do as well is comment down below 5 games that you are most excited for. It could be any platform. It don't matter which platform it is, even if it's a handheld, whatever the case may be. For any game that comes out this year, what are you most excited to play? I would love to see you guys' list as well. But hopefully you guys do enjoy the video, and without further ado, let's get started. All right, so we're gonna start off with number 5, and that is Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, or the English version that would be Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. But the reason why I have this on my list is because I've become a huge fan of the entire Yakuza series. I've played all their games, and the best part about this game would be that we finally get to play as Majima again. For those that don't know who Majima is, he is a character that we've seen throughout the entirety of the Yakuza series. We've talked to him, we've fought him a couple of times. We only played as him one time though, and that was in Yakuza 0. Back then we got to play as both Majima and the other protagonist Kiryu, but we haven't played as him since. And back in that game, he was very fun to use. So in this game, I'm expecting, from what they've showed us, he looks like he's going to be fun to use again, to be honest with you, because his fighting style was amazing. So I can't wait to play as him. Another thing too is that I feel like this game, you really don't need to play the other games in order to understand what's going on. They did say that this game is canon, so it is part of the Yakuza universe, but it's going to be like its own story of events that's happening only with Majima. So they probably won't bring up too much of what's going on in the other games, especially concerning the fact that he has lost his memory in this game, so he don't remember anything. I'm pretty sure he's not going to remember a lot of stuff that he's done in the past. I can't wait to play this game. For what I've seen with the gameplay and the first initial trailer, it's looking really like it's going to be a really fun game, so I'm excited to play this. To sum up the story, as far as what we know, you play as Goro Majima, the main protagonist. He ends up stranded on an island called Rich Island, and doing so, he's lost his memory. I'm pretty sure they're going to show us how he even got there and how that even happened at the beginning of the game. But the game takes place, as you can tell by the title, in Hawaii and around Hawaii. Throughout the events of the game, he ends up owning his own pirate crew and pirate ship. The main premise of the game is that everyone's trying to find this big treasure. So Majima is like, okay, I want to try to find it too. So we're gonna be going up against like groups of different enemies and battling groups of different enemies with ship battles and stuff like that. The game does take place 6 months after the events of Infinite Wealth, which, like I said before, the game is canon, so it counts towards the story and the universe of the game. But that's pretty much sums it up. Like I said, we don't know too much. So that's all we really got out of it as far as right now. All right, now let's get into the gameplay of the game. So for starters, they're going back to their beat 'em up combat style of fighting, which, for those that don't know, ever since they changed the name to Like a Dragon, they've been switching between turn-based and beat 'em up. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth was turn-based. Now this game is beat 'em up, which is great. Along with that, Majima has 2 different fighting styles. One is called Mad Dog, which is his normal fighting style. He fights with a knife. He unleashes a flurry of punches and kicks. He kind of breakdances a little bit. It's kind of, like I said, it's like his mad way of fighting is so unpredictable when he fights this way. But now they've added more to it where you can summon shadow clones and stuff with it. I'm just like, oh snap, this looks great. But they also have a new fighting style called Sea Dog, and with Sea Dog, he gets a dual wield swords, he gets a grappling hook, and he gets a gun. And the great thing about the 2 fighting styles is that you can switch in between them at any time. So you can launch somebody in the air with a Mad Dog fighting style, and then change the Sea Dog, go in the air and just unleash a flurry of attacks in the air. It's looking good. I ain't gonna lie, the combat is looking so good in this game. I cannot wait. But alongside that, we have something new with ship battles. So like I said, we're gonna have our own ship, and that's how we're gonna get to different islands. But you can customize your ship, like the way that it looks. You can upgrade your ship. I'm pretty sure you can have it so that way your ship has like more armor, more health. You can upgrade the cannons that you can use for the ships. They have like a machine gun that you have for the ships. The different type of cannons I was seeing that they showed was like a laser beam, a flamethrower, then they got the regular cannons. They might have more that they haven't showed us yet, but so far it's looking kind of crazy. And another thing too is that you can actually find NPCs and hire NPCs to and assign them to different parts of your ship, or to man different cannons and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool too. And some of the people that you're going to be able to find are characters from the previous games, so that's going to be interesting as well. And you're going to be able to upgrade all those characters as well. So it's looking like a whole progression thing when it comes to your ship. Another good thing too is that you can either choose between just destroying the enemy ships, or you can board the enemy ships and have a full-on fight and then like defeat their captain and then take whatever they got. I'm pretty sure there's probably a difference between the resources that you get between destroying a ship and like boarding the ship and taking everything, because I'm pretty sure if you would destroy the ship, you probably get like half. I'm assuming you get at least like half or 75%, and then when you actually board the ship and defeat the captain, you probably get like 100% of the resources. But they have all that, but that's not it. They also have a lot of mini games in these kind of games. Yakuza normally has so many mini games in every game that they make. This game's gonna have Crazy Delivery, which is like Crazy Taxi, but you're delivering food on a bike. They're gonna have arcade games, because you're gonna be able to go to an arcade in Hawaii and play games in there. I seen they had Virtual Fighter in there too. But they also have Dragon Kart, which is basically go-kart racing, but with a twist. You get to blow up the enemies and destroy them or kill them, or whatever the case may be. They're also going to have a ship battle arena, where you can go in there and battle against different captains and like go up in the ranks of those ship battles to fight like the greatest person in there. And then next you know, you beat them and you become the greatest person in there. You're pretty sure they give you rewards for it too. So I'm pretty sure it's like money, and it's like probably other things that you may need throughout the game, like maybe some sort of crazy healing or a crazy gear item or whatever the case may be, because I'm pretty sure we can add gear to our character, to Majima again as well. So that's another thing. But all in all, it's looking like they're gonna have so many things to do in the game that you're probably never going to get bored. As you guys can see, this game has a lot of content to offer, and it's looking like it's going to be a really good game. So if you guys want to get your hands on this game, it comes out February 21st, 2025. So now for number 4, we have Borderlands 4. Now I have Borderlands on my list because I enjoy the Borderlands series a lot. I love playing their games. I've played all the Borderlands games. My favorite one probably would be Borderlands 2, because I feel like I played that one the most, and they have my favorite character on there, Craig. I love playing as Craig. He was a dope character to play with. I was wondering when they was going to show, or when they was going to give us another Borderlands after 3, because at the end of 3 they was like, oh, to be continued. Then we got Tiny Tina's Wonderland, and nothing continued. That was like its own separate thing, and honestly it was a game that we really didn't even want, to be honest, but hey, we got it. I just pray that Borderlands 4 does not follow the same end game as Tiny Tina, because Tiny Tina's end game was absolutely trash. That game as a whole was not that great. Hopefully this game is way better than that game. If you're wondering what kind of game this is a looter shooter game. So as you're playing throughout the story and doing all the content, you're going to get a ton of loot, and I mean a ton of loot. You can also farm bosses for certain weapons and gear pieces, or certain stats or certain weapons. They have raid bosses that you can fight in this too. This is a co-op game, so it's like who is it, 3 to 4 players. I can't wait for this game to come out. I've been waiting for another Borderlands game. We're finally getting it, so hopefully it's a good one. As far as we know, for the story of Borderlands 4, which isn't too much, it's continuing off of Borderlands 3. A character named Lilith at the end of Borderlands 3 teleported a whole moon away from another planet using her siren powers, and now in this game we're seeing exactly where she teleported that planet to, which is to another planet called Kairos. It destroyed a protective barrier that planet had, so now enemies from that moon are going to be invading that planet. It's going to be basically like 2 two enemy factions fighting each other, while we're end up fighting both of them as 4 new Vault Hunters. We don't know anything about the 4 new Vault Hunters yet. They do look cool in my opinion. I'm kind of trying to choose between the big guy and the chick that has the siren tattoo. I'm kind of choosing between one of them. But like I said, we don't know nothing about those characters yet. We're going to have to go up against a ruthless dictator called the Timekeeper and his followers that are called the Order, all while searching for alien treasures, which is going to be all the new loot that we're going to be getting throughout the game. And then towards the game, we're going to get whatever epic loot awaits for us. So yeah, but that's pretty much it. Like I said, we don't really know too much right now until they come up with another trailer or maybe make a post about more about the game. The game is set to release in 2025, but there's no official release date. Me personally, I think it might be in the summertime when it gets released, but who really knows. But all in all, I really cannot wait to play this game. Alright, so for our next one, we have number 3, Monster Hunter Wilds. I have become a big fan of this series. My first ever Monster Hunter was World. I know there was more before that, but I never played those games, but World was my very first one. I played that game a lot, enjoyed it a lot. I put at least like 300 hours into it. I played Rise as well. I didn't enjoy Rise as much as World, but even though I didn't enjoy it as much altogether, I still enjoyed the game as a whole. Like I said, I just didn't play it as much. Now we got Monster Hunter Wilds, and this one is looking to be a very good Monster Hunter game. Like, we got a beta for the game a couple months back, played it a lot. It seemed like a lot of people enjoyed it because it was like damn near 500,000 people playing it. Yeah, it's looking very good. They added more abilities to certain weapons, changed how certain weapons work. We have a whole mount now that we can like ride across the Forbidden Lands, I think it's called, and hunt down monsters and stuff, like, which honestly is a game changer for me, because going from Wilds back to World and having to walk everywhere, it don't even feel the same, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I was trying out new weapons and stuff because I am a dual blade main. But in the beta, I was trying out like new weapons and stuff and trying to see if I liked anything else, since in this game you can actually have 2 weapons now instead of 1. And I think Gunlance might be it for me. I enjoy Gunlance a lot. Being able to have a full defense character and still do damage, I might be doing dual blades and Gunlance. I don't know. That's looking like the move for me. So as far as the story goes with this game, we don't really know too much as of right now. The beta that we got to play just introduced us to the game as a whole and introduced us to our first area that we're going to be hunting monsters in. So if you don't know what Monster Hunter is, pretty much it's exactly that. You hunt monsters in different areas. You can either slay them or you can capture them. Doing one or the other will reward you with material that you can use to make gear and weapons, and a lot of the gear or weapons are based off of the monsters that you hunt. And in order to get stronger, you have to keep hunting stronger and stronger monsters because their gear is stronger as well. Also, there is a leveling system where you can get your hunter rank up, and getting your hunter rank up lets you go after stronger monsters as well. But that is the main premise of the game, is to hunt monsters, capture them, slay them, craft armor and weapons, and just get stronger that way. Now, I do feel like the game is a very beginner friendly game, so if you've never played Monster Hunter before, it doesn't take that long to get into. They actually teach you how to play. There's also an area that you can train in with any weapon that you want to train with and understand how that weapon works. So for anybody who's new, I would highly suggest for you to play this game. This game is pretty good from what we played in the beta so far. If you're wondering when the game comes out, it releases on February 28th at 12 a.m. midnight. I think that's mainly for East Coast though. For West Coast, I think they get it on February 27th at like 9 p.m. It comes out for the next gen consoles, PS5 and Xbox Series S and X, and then also comes out for PC. By the time me doing this recording, they announced that they're doing a second open beta, so you have a chance, if you haven't played the game before, to actually play this game for free. The open beta is going to be February 6th to the 9th, and then they're going to have another one the following week, February 13th to the 16th. So if you have, like I said, if you haven't played it, go ahead and give the game a try. It's actually really good. I enjoyed the beta. I might play the beta again, but all in all, for the full game, I can't wait for the full game to release. Now for number 2, what we have is Ghosts of Yotai. I enjoy Ghost of Tsushima a lot. I'm talking, that game is worth the story alone. Like, the story was really good. The map was big. There was so much things to do. The gameplay was fun. Like, all around, that game was good. And then they gave us multiplayer. And then the multiplayer's fire. 4-player co-op. Like, bruh, like that game as a whole was such a good game. So I have very high hopes. I mean, very high hopes for this game as well. I'm praying that this game is going to be a very good game, just like Ghost of Tsushima was. Now, as far as the story, because that's what we all mainly getting it for, we don't really know diddly squat. I ain't gonna lie. From what they could tell us, and I'm probably gonna butcher this, so I'm bad with names, so please bear with me. But they said the story takes place in Hokkaido, Japan, if I'm saying that correctly, in 1603. So that's 329 years after the events of Ghost of Tsushima, which means Jin is dead and gone. That man is done. He is way past his time. Yeah, set in that time period, we take control of a female warrior named Atsu. I think that's how you say her name, Atsu. Like I said, I'm bad with names, but we have a female character this time. It's not a male, it's a female character, which if you've been looking at the gaming space and how it's been last year, every time somebody got a play as a woman, all of a sudden the game is woke and all this other BS. But that's a video for another time. But basically, that's really all they can really tell us. Other than that, like, we don't know nothing else. We don't know what the story is about. We don't know what the game's gonna have. I'm praying that it has multiplayer again. It has that co-op. From the success of the last game, it should have it in there. I ain't gonna lie, Sucker Punch, y'all gonna have to give us more than just one raid this time though. Like, for real, like we need more than one raid, buckos. We need more than one. That one raid that y'all did last time not gonna cut it this time. We need more than one. But yeah, I'm hoping and praying that, like I said, the multiplayer is good as well, because I'm also excited to play that for this game. It should have it. But like I said, all around, I'm very excited to play this game. We don't have a release date, like an official release date. We just know that it's coming out this year in 2025. So whenever I guess we get the next trailer, we might have a release date. But I ain't gonna lie, I think this might be a game that comes out in like maybe November, and we might not get into like October, November maybe, but we'll see. We'll probably hear about it again in like the summertime. All right, so for number one, and you probably already know by just seeing the what I put on the screen here, but GTA 6, man, GTA 6. I have been waiting for this game for at least 6 to 7 years. I ain't been waiting 10 years like everybody else talking about, but I've been waiting for this game for at least 6 to 7. And we finally are getting it in 2025. We're finally here. It's less than a year away. They gave us fall of 2025, so at least they gave us a season to expect it. Let's pray that it does not get pushed back at all. Let us pray, because we need this game. The streets need this game. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I am excited for this game. If you've seen my channel, if you've seen other videos on my channel, you know I am a big GTA fan. I've done so many videos on GTA 5 alone. I've talked about GTA 6 a couple of times in other videos. I've played pretty much, I haven't played all GTAs, but I've played Vice City, I've played 3, I've played San Andreas, 4, 5. And now we here getting ready to come out with 6. So I can't wait. I've been looking forward to this game ever since they announced it, like not last year, but in 2023 in December we got our first trailer. Hopefully soon in the next couple months we get the next trailer, because you know the GTA community has been going crazy with their theories, and at this point they just need to drop another trailer. But I'm thinking they don't have a release date, but I'm thinking that we will be getting the game around, well, my thought is around September. I think it's going to be September, but who really knows? Also, this is another game that we don't really know nothing about. Like, the only thing that we know from this game is that we're going back to Vice City, which, if you don't know what Vice City is based off of Miami, Florida. And we just know about the two protagonists, is a guy and a girl. The girl's name is Lucia. The other guy's name hasn't been officially announced, but from what everyone has gathered from like the leaks, his name is Jason. but that's literally all we know. We don't know anything else. So once they drop the next trailer, I'm assuming we're gonna know way more, including when they officially announce what the guy's name is. Until then, like I said, we're in the dark. We're still in the dark. But like I said, we should be getting a trailer soon. I'm praying to be getting a trailer soon because I'm really trying to see more of this game. They've been quiet for literally over a year. So we want to know more about this game. All right, guys, so that is my 5 games for this year that I can't wait to play. Like I said at the beginning of the video, please comment down below your top 5 most anticipated games for 2025. I want to see you guys' list as well. I wanted to get this video out a little sooner to you guys, but I ended up getting sick, so I couldn't really do any recording. I don't know if you can tell by my voice or not, but I am getting back on track to be 100% feeling better. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see any more videos from me, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.